continue with the second video request to answer. Keep on going there. And this is how negativity can spiral, or a curse can spiral. And there's an old saying that energy flows where the focus goes, and when there's even gossip around it, you get even a stronger snowball effect. And here are some really powerful Shem angels to help you with that, whether you are cursed or have really nasty things hanging after you. And the natural thing for us is always the fear and flight response, and that's why we must continue to practice facing fear, or thinking about what we fear sometimes. Since when you feel that something is bad is happening to you, suddenly everything becomes an enemy, and there comes this, let's say that you have accidents, you stub your toe or you break a leg, then you have bad luck, you think that bad luck is happening to you, then you get depression. Then these negative thoughts spiral out of control, and then it starts that you might feel lazy, or just that you don't have the energy to do anything, and behavior, eating more, drinking more. And these kind of darkness, it attracts all negative entities, and these thought forms of I have bad luck, they attract more to enter in. And the more you feed into an energy or a thought form, the more likely it is that something will attach itself to it. And that is what I mean, that sometimes you curse yourself. And there is one thing to know a little bit, if it is, let's say, not a kind ancestral spirit, but a restless dead or something like that, or a spirit of somebody who's once lived and lacks a body, who's restless and around this earth, and that is that you are constantly hungry or thirsty, and or might feel cold within. And if you have a demonic attachment, it doesn't show as easily. It is just that there are those gradual behavior changes and so on. So you start to act in a different way. You start to, let's say, become more angry, combative. In a small way it grows. It can take years. But usually you don't get hungry. There is an old saying that, when somebody works with ancestral spirits and spirits of the dead, they always eat a lot. And when somebody works with angels or demons, they are always thin. So there is that old saying there. But I think it wasn't just to say that you have to be skinny or go on the heavier side to work with spirits, depending what you do. I think that they use it as an example of how hungry you get when you have work with the dead. I was always hungry when I saw my mother. She had dead spirits everywhere, and it was really a fight for me not to eat constantly. And I'm not a eating person, but the presence, since they want food, they want warmth, so that means you are constantly fighting against that urge that you want food. So it can be a little bit tough sometimes. And then, of course, starts the blame game. And that is usually caused by the accusers. They are specific demons for that. And the more you react with fear and temper, the more energy you give into things. So you must learn to take control. However hard it is, that is the first step. and to change your habits. And to change your habits takes between 3 months and 3 years if you play, and that is one habit at a time. And we think many people start exercising and they do 3 months and then they leave the exercise program. They can't last over 3 months. So actually, all these promises that you can change your life in 3 months, that doesn't really add up. After 3 years hitting the gym a couple of times a week or every day, that's when you see the change. Same with eating patterns. When you start, let's say, intermittent fasting or something, you know you can do it after 2 years. The first year it ceases and you have weight loss or whatever you're looking for. And after 2-3 years, you can see if you are able to stick with it. And you must learn to focus and really watch your thoughts, since your unconscious mind creates thought forms as well. And then there is the thing of taking responsibility to really get into transformation. And when you are accountability, it means that you can be trusted, and trust is something you earn. And what can you do? I do my Kabbalistic cross every day. That's the only protection magic. I say do it every morning to say good morning, and I wake up, and it's just a part of me. You can do the LBRP or other protection magic rituals. Crystals, sometimes you carry crystals, talismans and something, but it's a tool. And you can take anything if an angel blesses it and carry it around you, but you must do the work within and strengthen yourself and your aura and really connect and learn to trust. That is the key. What if you drop that crystal? Then you have no protection at all. So don't buy into that game that you should wear a pentacle and that protects you or that protects you. You might lose it. And when you lose it, you are standing there with nothing. So I see it like this, that all the angel names, they are within my heart. They are written in there. They are flaming there, and they are within my body as well and rotating in. So they are not just something that I need to write out or put on a wall or meditate upon. They are within me. And then let's look at the powerful angels I usually use. And these are the traditional ones. This is not a New Age thing. We are talking real magic here. So here we have Kahetel. And he drives away evil spirits. Hahaia rules over the dream realms. Nelahel removes unwanted entities from your home. Riyiel protects both against visible and invisible enemies. Chamia repels demonic curses and infernal spirits. Damebia aids against evil sorcery, and so on. And Hayiel confounds evil and repels curses. And they are really powerful, and you can't go in with a Shem angel and think that, oh, it might be a kind spirit that needs some help. Either when you really need help and you want to get them out, that's when you do it. Sometimes, most often, many of these so-called kind spirits are kind for the first 5 years in your life, and then you find out that they are not even the spirits you thought they were. So it's always a tricky thing, but if you really are in need and want to get rid of them, these are the angels. And then, of course, we have my beloved Mivahia. And Mivahia is great. You call on Mivahia and ask for help, the magic to be done for somebody else. And Mivahia does it in quiet and brings what the person needs, not what they want. And you don't even have to tell the person. Mivahia brings them what they need the most. And sometimes in cases like this, It might not be a demon, but it might be fear, but something. But Mivahia is very important here. What they need. Not what you want or think they need, but what they need. So remember the name of Mivahia. And this was a short and rumbling, but it was just to answer a question more quickly before we go into more details later on. And have a magical, magical day, and this is a true army here. Bye for now.